Have you ever accidentally scraped your elbow, cut your fingers, or burnt yourself? Did you feel the pain? How did the affected part get healed? Your body has the ability to repair the damaged parts to some extent. It is actually the highly sophisticated and perfectly coordinated system of tissues that work together to make this happen. The body of an animal, including human beings, is built up of 4 basic types of tissues. These are epithelial, muscular, connective, and nervous tissue. Epithelial tissues are protective coverings found in the animal body. They form the surface of the skin, line the various cavities and tubes of the body, and cover the internal organs. Epithelial tissues are made of closely packed cells arranged in flat sheets. They are classified as squamous, cuboidal, and columnar. Simple squamous epithelial cells are extremely thin and flat and form a delicate lining. When these cells are arranged in a pattern of layers, they are called stratified squamous cells. Squamous epithelia facilitate selective transportation of substances through them and also protect the inner organs of the body. Cuboidal epithelium has cube-shaped cells. Cuboidal epithelium forms the lining of kidney tubules and ducts of salivary glands, where it provides mechanical support. They are concerned with secretion, absorption, and excretion. Columnar epithelium has elongated column-like cells. Some of them also have cilia, which are hair-like projections on the outer surface of epithelial cells. Columnar epithelial cells form the inner lining of the stomach, the digestive tract, and the respiratory tract. Their functions are protection, absorption, and secretion. Muscular tissues form the muscles of the animal body. They consist of elongated cells, also called muscle fibers. These tissues enable the movement of body structures by muscle contraction. Muscle tissues are classified into 3 types as striated, unstriated, and cardiac. Striated muscle tissue is generally attached to the skeletal bones by tendons and is associated with the body's voluntary movements. It is composed of muscle fibers. Under the microscope, the striated muscle tissue show alternate light and dark bands or striations. The cells of this tissue are long, cylindrical, unbranched, and contain many nuclei. Striated muscle tissues provide the force for locomotion and all other voluntary movements of the body. Unstriated muscle tissue is a smooth muscle tissue associated with the body's involuntary movements. Under the microscope, the unstriated muscle tissues show spindle-shaped cells with single central nucleus arranged in neat parallel lines. Unstriated muscles control the involuntary movements of the body. Cardiac muscle tissue is involuntary and makes up the wall of the heart. It is not found elsewhere in the body. Cardiac muscle is striated with single central nucleus. The nuclei are centrally located and it takes numerous cells to make up the length of the muscle. However, its cells are branched. Cardiac muscles control the involuntary movements of the body. In this section, you will learn about two important tissues, connective tissue and nervous tissue. Connective tissues are a group of tissues that maintain the form and structure of the animal body and provide support. They often connect two other types of tissues to each other. Areolar connective tissue is made up of collagenous and elastic fibers. It is found beneath the skin and muscles, linking organs, around blood vessels and nerves, and also in the bone marrow. Areolar connective tissue fills the space inside the organs, holding them in place, and also helps in repairing tissues. It attaches the epithelial tissue to other tissues. Adipose tissue is made up of a layer of fat cells filled with fat globules. It is found below the skin and between internal organs. Adipose tissue separates the skin from underlying muscle, providing both with padding. Bone is a rigid and porous connective tissue made up of bone cells in a hard matrix of calcium and phosphorus salts. Bone forms the framework of the animal body. It protects internal organs from mechanical injury, also anchors the muscles. Ligaments are strong, elastic, fibrous connective tissues that connect two bones to each other. Ligaments control the movement of the joints. Tendons connect muscles to bones and are made up of fibrous connective tissue that is strong but not flexible. Tendons transmit forces caused during muscular movement. Cartilage is a non-porous tissue composed of thickened intercellular matrix. It is found in many areas, such as joints, between bones, the ear, the nose, the walls of trachea and larynx. Cartilage smoothens the bone surfaces at joints. Fascia is essentially a fibrous connective tissue that binds the animal skin to the underlying structures. Fascia reduces friction caused by the force exerted by muscular activities. Blood is a connective tissue made up of fluid matrix called plasma, in which red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets are suspended. Blood helps in supplying oxygen to the body, transporting digested food, hormones and waste materials, and also fighting infection. Lymph is another fluid connective tissue surrounding the body cells. It contains white blood cells. Lymph is largely responsible for maintaining the immune system. Nervous tissue constitutes the nervous system. The brain, the spinal cord, and the nerves make up the system, which is vital for the regulation of body functions. Nervous tissue has two main functions: sensing stimuli and sending impulses to different parts of the body as a response. Nervous tissue is made up of elongated cells called neurons. Each neuron consists of a cell body containing the cytoplasm and nucleus. Externally, each neuron has a single long part called the axon and many short, branched hair-like extensions called dendrites. Many axons bundled together form a nerve.